It's been almost an entire year since my last Feeding All My Pets video, and because that one did so well, I figured as a year anniversary, it might even be to the day at this point, but we're going to be doing a Feeding All My Pets brand new reptile room edition. Hey, what's up guys, it's Mike with Alpha Reptile back with another video today, and today we're doing a Feeding All My Pet. You guys have seen the reptile room tour. If you haven't and you want to see, make sure you click the cards up above to go check out that video. I'll make sure to leave it there. While you're checking out the cards, there will be links to merch as well as my Instagram and everything else down below. If you guys are wondering what it takes to feed 75 animals, this is the video for you. We're gonna cover everything from dart frogs to Fijian banded iguanas to uromastyx to little baby hognose snakes that might eat for the first time, knock on wood. Now, important step of feeding your reptiles is preparing the food, obviously. Come join Bree and I to prepare some salads for the animals, as well as get all the mice and everything out and de-thawed. So first things first, we are preparing our butternut squash. This knife is incredibly dull, so you're gonna see me struggle through quite a while of this. Butternut squash is pretty much good to feed most of your reptiles. It doesn't have to be a staple, but it doesn't hurt if it is. It is very nutritionally dense and most animals will like it. Definitely something to incorporate into your animal's diet, especially if they're herbivorous. Then it's definitely a good option and something you might want to consider. And now that our beautiful squash is all cut into cubes, we can use this new thing that Bree bought, and it's basically a food processor, but it's a manual one. I'll leave a link down below if anybody's interested in purchasing one. Just as a heads up, it is an Amazon link, so you would be supporting me and the reptile room in buying one. This is actually the first time I'm using this, and honestly, it's something that I wish I had bought so long ago. This costed us 25 bucks. Our Fijian banded iguana likes his salads really well cut up, but now that we've got the squash all chopped up in fine little pieces, we can go on to chopping the salad. Normally I would just use a knife with this, but this is what we're doing for everybody. Now for today's salad mix, we are mixing endive, escarole, collard greens, a tiny bit of kale, which I know there's a lot of varying information about kale, but a lot of people don't end up feeding it because of the oxalic acids that it has. People liken it to things like spinach and other very high oxalic acid lettuces. The actual oxalic acid content in kale is much lower than that of spinach. Like, I'm talking probably 5 to 10 times lower. I'll throw up exactly how much is in spinach versus kale right now, but that's pretty much the mix. Just collard greens, kale, endive, and escarole, all chopped up nice and fine and ready for munching. Alrighty, and first on the list here is going to be the uromastyx. Now these guys are vegetarians. They are currently sleeping, but she was just running around looking for food.
They probably gave up.
Yeah.
Alright, so this is like a mixture.
You guys saw us preparing this earlier.
So we've already prepared this. I'm gonna give them a nice big scoop. Probably give them a bit more.
Yeah, I want to fill their dish pretty much.
The female especially is a pig.
Yeah.
And we're gonna give them a couple pieces of blueberry. Not too many. Like as just a little treat. Some bee pollen. And then to top it off, we're gonna use Earth Pro A for their supplement.
Ours does not have D3 because they have a 12% UVB in their tank. So they get plenty of UV.
And then normally they're like super hyped to get this, but she's always ready for food. Here she comes.
Just leave it open.
Fatty.
Already there. goodness.
With the finely chopped salad, they can't really pick through it as much.
Oh. He loves the squash. Loves it.
Because everything's so finely chopped, he's not able to pick through everything as easy as he could, so he's kind of forced to eat other things in between.
I've never fed them a blueberry before, so I wonder if they'll enjoy it or not.
He just wants squash.
Yeah.
He's picking out all the squash. If it's not squash, he doesn't want it.
No.
You gonna try anything else but the squash, dude?
No.
If you don't try a blueberry, she's gonna eat all of them if she finds them. That look, she like looked at him like that was my squash.
Alright, well that's the Euros. They're gonna slam that. We feed them about 2 to 3 times a week. Sometimes it's recommended by some people that you feed them every day. I don't think that's necessary, especially in the cool season. They are getting a cool time right now where the lights go out at 7:30 p.m. or 7 p.m. Who do you want to feed now?
So, Shell is super easy. He's gonna get like the same thing. Big scoop of this. The smaller bits are even great because then he has to work for it a little bit more.
Notice how much fruit we're feeding. That's like a half a tablespoon, not even.
Yes, I know there's a giant dish of bananas and blueberries. We are not giving them all of that. That's just what we chopped up.
That's going in the fridge.
So, please don't make your pets' meals like 50% blueberry and 50% banana, like I see people doing. Bee pollen. And Earth Pro for Shell as well.
Delicious.
Here, Shelly. And he's gonna take his time at tortoise speed.
Hey, tortoise speed when it comes to food is fast.
Right.
Food or feet equals Mach 3 for Shell. Delicious. Alright, we won't spend too much time watching him eat because it's pretty much the same, but I mean, he's such a good boy. Well, he's a bad boy, but he's a good boy. Alrighty.
Alright, we'll do the Iggy next.
Iggy next?
Iggy next.
Iggy is over here. I'll get his tank opened up, chilling like a villain. Hey, bud. How art thou? Very confused.
Iggy can have a little bit more fruit.
Still not really used to the camera yet, but please don't smash your face off that pane of glass. Okay?
Yeah. Iggy can have a little bit more fruit than everyone else. Bee pollen is just good for everything.
Yep.
And by that I mean everything.
Yep. Literally everything. Humans too.
Yeah. Does no harm. And that is Titoka's. He likes his especially fine, and he doesn't actually eat that much. Would you like to try some?
Stand way back here with the camera. Good man.
He's very gentle.
Yeah, he is. Super gentle.
I'll leave the rest for you up there, dude.
Alright, and his we just leave up top there on his little log for him to consume. But that's Tytula. that concludes all the herbivores. The Indie.
Can't leave that open.
Why not?
Because he'll fall on the floor.
Nah. You're smarter than that, aren't you?
Not really.
No, he's definitely not. Hey, bud. What are we feeding there, Bree?
Indy is a little bit different. He gets, it really depends like on what I feed him. I only feed him once a week. People, like if you have a baby blue tongue, every day, every other day, sure. But people I see feeding adult blue tongues every single day, every other day, that's a lot of food. So he only gets fed once a week, and he has some raw dog food here on this dish. And then he's also getting some Arcadia Omnigold as like a dressing.
And we'll mix in a little bit of greens.
And of course, can't forget some extra greens. And then he'll get a small spoonful of...
Look at the portion sizes of fruit.
I see people giving their blue tongues like 60% banana every meal, and it's ridiculous. I just mix that up together. It's more like a dressing. He'll pick out the veggies and just eat the meat and stuff.
Mmm.
And then I put that on here. And then I kind of like mush it together. And I see people often giving blue tongues really large portions of food. For a blue tongue for their meal size is about a tablespoon. So if you look, all of this, when I squish it together, is about a tablespoon of food. So you don't need to give your blue tongue like a heaping pile of food. Like it's wasteful, they probably won't finish it. If they do finish it, you'll have a very obese blue tongue. So he gets fed lots of snacks and stuff, and sometimes he gets different calcium levels throughout the week.
Yeah, good. Look at that blue tongue.
Hold it up.
Going in.
He's like, oh hell yeah, bananas.
Nanners!
And then his cleanup crew also knows when there's food, so they immediately rush over to come and start picking up the rest.
You know what's up.
So whatever he leaves on the plate, they'll come in
over there.
They'll come and clean up the rest of it. Turtles are getting some Nutrifin bug bites. It's actually a pretty good turtle formula.
Yeah.
Compared to a lot of the other ones I've seen. And they are super excited. Hello.
So these guys normally eat a variety of foods. We feed them mealworms, crickets, superworms. They don't like hornworms or silkworms, as you'll see right now.
Oh. Whoa. He's like, no, dude. Wait, no, what if I eat the butt? Why is it moving? Oh, no.
Pop his head out.
You need to come zooming. You want this? Come on.
Just throw it.
No, he's coming.
Oh, yeah.
These things are hilarious.
Bulldozer.
in the water. That was like slow motion. There was such a charge up for that.
For those of you that don't know, these are the Vietnamese black-breasted leaf turtles or the Geomitis spangleri. I'd say top 10 coolest turtle in the world.
Definitely one of the cutest.
Yeah.
That's it for the turtles.
That's feeding them.
Feeding time for the chameleons.
Woo!
Alright, they're excited for food. So we're gonna dump some of these little guys in here.
Toss them on the wall too.
Well, they don't really stick to the wall.
Yeah, they will. Watch. Eat.
That didn't do anything.
No, it didn't.
Exactly.
I thought it would, but it didn't.
It never does. Alright, they're gonna go run around and catch those.
Shooting gallery.
Miss.
Nice.
No.
These are Bradypodian thamnobotes.
Don't use her as a branch, dude. Come here. No.
It's going on to different pastures. There you go. Alrighty. And that's the Bradypodian thamnobotes.
Look at him, like...
Oh, I know.
He's like, I'm a ground hunter now.
Gaius. Deep darks. It's a race. Alrighty. Now we can move on to the dart frogs. Dart frog time means fruit fly time.
Do you want Earth Pro Air or do you want Calcium Plus?
Calcium Plus. So, getting them prepared is pretty easy. Go. Got some calcium with D3 here. This is Calcium Plus by Repashy. And give them a shake, and then into the frog bin.
Here is getting ready to launch himself into outer space.
Oh no! There we go.
Oh my god.
These are the Amirga bacilleri chrome and green.
Sometimes plant bins do too well.
This is a frog bin.
There's one in the coconut too. It's a shame we didn't tip that light down.
Yeah. Alrighty. That is the Amirga bacilleri. That is a giant tub with a huge philodendron birkin in it. And some other cool plants in there as well. Let's get this thing closed up so fruit flies don't get everywhere. So these are the Ufaga pumilio, Elmerente. And they get a slightly smaller fly because they are quite a lot smaller. And they also get less flies. Where'd you guys go?
They're like buried under moss and stuff in the corner. They're all hiding.
They will be going in a much more display viv style rather than a tub, but just getting that display all ready, and they'll be moving in very shortly. That's the Almirante. Oh, there she is. She bounding. She knows there's food. Alright. That's the Almirante.
It's got the biggest selection of everybody. This thing is crazy.
He's a fiend for food, that's for sure.
So he's getting a silkworm first. He wouldn't even wait for me to do anything about that. And while he munches down on some silkworm, I'm going to throw in some superworms as cleanup crew. And he's getting so hyped about them already. So these are great because they'll clean up after him and he'll be able to dig and go hunt for them and do whatever. So he picked the tiniest one. Like, I've never had superworms before.
Yes, he has.
Crush that thing.
Try and pull him out.
I don't really want silkworm juices on my hand though, so.
What?
That is gross.
Disgusting.
And that is why I didn't want him on my hand. And then he'll get like 3 crickets to go and like chase.
Didn't make it very far.
So he's got quite the array of stuff to go and do.
Yeah, he's got some hunting time now.
This is merch. Links down below.
Yeah.
It's got the little turtle on it. It's so cute.
I love it.
It's a very comfy shirt too.
Well, thanks.
Alright, silkworm. Is there like a smaller one?
Oh.
Did he peek his head out? Come out so the camera can see you.
About to shed.
Yummy.
Mmm. Delicious.
He's in his new tank now.
Loving life. He gets to enjoy this.
Just put a few crickets in there. And then he can go and hunt them around in his new tank. Which
one just walked into his jaws. That he missed.
So that's Striker.
That is Mr. Strikezilla. He's a leopard gecko, for those of you that don't know.
Alright, next up are my brown-backed tree frogs. Maybe I can get one to eat on camera, but normally they don't.
Leptopellis something.
Flavomaculatus. Would you like to eat that?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. I'll take it.
Still asleep, but food is great, right?
Yeah.
The light was just too bright.
Derp.
Slowly waking up.
Lights are out. He's trying to swallow. That's what he's doing.
Yeah.
Dang, that's a big cricketoo.
There you go. There's the eyes. Sleepy eyes. These guys are hilarious frogs, and they call all night and sometimes during the day as well. They make
They're really cool.
They make like a meep noise, and then I will dump some crickets in here for them as well. There's 4 in here. So I'm gonna do my leopard gecko. She is extremely fond of silkworms. Hello. But since the lights are still on, the chances of her eating are a little bit slimmer. Just probably have to wake her up.
You can feed it to her there.
Can you see her?
Yep.
Are you even gonna look at it? There you go.
Yummy. Into the depths.
And she's an extremely tiny leopard gecko, so quite honestly, that's probably all I'm going to give her for tonight. Like, she's a quarter of the size of Striker.
Yeah.
Half the size.
She's small.
She's tiny, 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 so that's all she'll eat anyway. This is my pair of Stropher ciliaris. This is my adult pair. I have another pair, so you'll see them in a second. So this is my female. Her name is Briar, and she is crazy for food. Any day, anytime, she will eat food.
Yep.
And what's cool about these guys is they can take food much larger than their head. I don't like to actually do that, but they will. The male is in here somewhere. He's probably on the other side of a branch and they blend in so well. Oh, I see him. Food, food, food. And then Bracken is back here somewhere. He's on the floor.
They're really cool geckos. I know you guys wanted more content on this, and I'll definitely try to do so, but Bree is the expert between the two of us, so I need to convince her to be at least off camera giving advice. Maybe not on camera if she doesn't want to be, but...
She's gonna eat all of these before the male even wakes up. And he's back here. I don't like to hold them. That's Bracken back here. Maybe he'll come out. It's like, it's still lights out. He's not as much of a pig as she is. Next, we're gonna do the little Strophers.
Oh, he's like, oh, goodness.
Camera is scary.
What is that?
These are my two subadult female ciliaris. And
oh, man.
they are about as crazy as about food as the adults are. I can maybe try to get their attention to bring them forward. Instead, they just chopped that in half. They're actually probably more crazy about food than the adults are. Let's see if I can get your attention.
Holy smokes. Did he get that? Did
Yeah,
she get that?
ripped it in half.
Oh my gosh.
Do you want the rest of it?
Yes. Yes. Yes, I do. Tongs. Food. Tongs.
They will eat anything that moves, I swear. Trying to step on like the ladder.
No, it's okay. They're savages. Don't worry, she got some too. She's just a little camera shy. Alright.
Alright, that's the little ciliaris, which are, you know, just as ridiculous. She's down there eating still. I don't know why.
Of course she is.
Now we're going to feed Pangea. So I pre-mix Pangea. I say Pangea as like a general term. This specific squirt bottle, Pangea fig and insect and Arcadia fruity insect, or sticky foot, I think it is.
Fruity insect gold?
I think it is.
Yeah.
So I often like mix my gecko diets together. I find like they like it a lot more. It just kind of adds more variety. So I have a lot of different diets and I mix them together. And once a week I'll put it all in a blender, blend it up, put it in a squirt bottle. Makes life super, super easy, as you're about to see, because I have a lot of cups that I need to fill up. Yeah,
this is so much easier than mixing each individual cup. We don't even have that many Pangea.
It's not that many, but it saves a lot of time. It's blended more evenly. You don't get the chunky stuff, and sitting here and mixing each individual cup just takes so much longer. And here I can just easily squirt Pangea. So the little cups are for my Viardi and the babies. And then I'll go back over. Two of them get a lot more. This one will be for my lychee, and this one will be for my Chihuahua pair. Just like that.
Bam.
That's all it took to feed Pangea.
Total minutes of prep is what, 2?
Yeah, and this done goes back in the fridge, and
it's got a cap on it.
It's like a firmly sealed cap. There's no air gets in this, and that can go back in the fridge, and it's ready for another feeding until I'm done. Okay, so we can kind of get feeding those guys. They are for sale if you're interested in morning geckos. You can hit us up on Instagram or however else.
Anywhere. YouTube comments are fine, but remember, just try and be in Canada.
Yeah.
Or be prepared to pay hundreds of dollars to ship them to the States.
So this is how we're keeping them for now until we can dwindle down the numbers, and then we'll put them in a nice setup.
Yep.
But yeah, that's morning geckos. They also get fruit flies as well, but today they're just getting the Pangea. Next I have my baby VRD. If you watched Mike's last video, it said that there were some available. Right now I actually don't have any available.
2 eggs incubating though.
I do have 2 eggs here that are ready to pop at any minute. Ignore that, that's not right. But 2 eggs here, and then there's 3 morning gecko eggs that made their way in here for some reason. But those are ready there, and when those are out, then I'll have 2 more available. But these guys are all spoken for. They're super cute though. Who wouldn't want? These are underrated geckos, so if you are interested in one in the future, I can add you to a wait list. If you are interested, you can contact me on Instagram at Breeze Exotics, and they just get a little cup of Pangea as well. I know it seems like a lot for such tiny geckos, and they clean that.
Yeah, they do.
Alright, so my VRD get 2 cups because they eat like horses. For those of you wondering, they are getting a much bigger tank. I had an issue with the male's tank not long ago because he was separated. And then I had to put all 3 in here, but they are getting a much bigger tank, so don't worry for anyone who thinks this is too tiny. First, we're gonna feed my Chihuahua Rocket. He does get Pangea and insects, so we're gonna try a silkworm since he does like these. Whether or not he'll eat it with the lights on is a different question. He's like, I'm scared.
You little coward.
I saw you eat one yesterday, or the other day. Well, that's as much excitement as you're getting from Rocket.
Uh-oh, maybe not. Maybe he'll live up to his name. Scare babe. Nah, been nice.
Alright, so he's getting a cup of Pangea, which he totally will eat.
Yeah.
Not on camera, but
Probably not.
he'll eat it later. And my pair of Chihuahua are in this tank. I will never find them. This was the first tank I ever built, and I put their gecko ledge up way too high, so the Pangea just cooks. Yeah. So that's why the Pangea is going on the ground and not in the ledge that you see there. This tank is getting ripped apart.
Very shortly.
And another animal that wants
Bear! Cody! Hey! Hi.
Maybe
Yeah.
you can hear the frogs.
You're an Insta star.
There are 4. This one's for my lychee, who at some point will be getting an 1824, and I can't actually reach that. So I don't know. I thought I could.
I'm tall.
I'm too short. I'm pretty sure that was her water dish.
Nope.
You sure?
Yep.
And this one is for my Chihuahua. Gotta make sure one of these is a water dish. And that's for my sub-adult Chihuahua, who will be going with Rocket when she's older.
So these are the Cruzio Highlight Cross Rhodopus in here. Look at that flower. It's so pretty.
Can you get it?
Yep.
Okay. No, let go.
Yes.
No. No. Let go. Thank you. That was one frog.
All right, and at this point of the video, we're going to be feeding snakes. There will be no live feeding, but there are snakes, so if you are a little squeamish around dead rodents or whatever.
So here's what I've had kind of defrosting for a while. This kind of looks like sushi, so I'll explain that in a second. This is I think it's a small rat. It may be a medium rat, but this is for my rainbow boa Ronin. And then I have 3 adult mice, and this is for both my hog noses and my rat snake. These little ones right here are for unscented pinkies, and those are for my hogs that are already readily eating, and as well as the 2 king snakes. The heavily scented ones are these guys, these 5 pinkies. They have been marinating and sitting on top of a piece of raw salmon, and my hopes is the baby hogs will take it. They have turned down quite a lot of other scenting options I've tried, and I'm hoping, if worst case scenario, they won't eat the pinky, they will eat some salmon, and I can kind of choo-choo train some pinky pieces. All right, first up is my rainbow boa. He's still in this bin. I'll get his tank set up hopefully this weekend, but for now he's in this bin and he's hiding over in this corner here. He's notorious for accidentally thinking my hands are food. And there he is. I'm gonna grab this. No. Right here. And that is Ronan. He's a big boy. He's grown quite quickly. And I think he's almost, yeah, this December he's actually turns 3.
3?
3.
Wow.
And he'll take a bit. He'll probably drag that into his hide. His Cardinal's enclosure. Where she is a great question. So with her, I usually just start banging stuff. All right, she is deep in shed, curled up in that cork tube, and she wants nothing to do with this. Yeah. If she did, she would have already, like, slammed it.
You guys will see her in another video.
She's really awesome, but you got to see her enclosure. Yeah, you'll get to meet her in an All My Pets video.
Coming soon.
Yeah, I haven't actually shown a lot of people my pets specifically, so. All right, so this is my male hognose enclosure. He was out like 2 seconds ago. Maybe he's hungry, maybe he's not. He can be a finicky eater, but I'm not super stressed by him. I had to do a deep search for you. Do you want this? He might take it, he might not. Are you hungry? Big hiss. He's a weird eater. Sometimes eats once a month, sometimes eats once every 2 months, sometimes eats once every 2 weeks. Gives me side eye and then hisses. This is Rowan. This is my adult female, and you'll see her babies in a second. She normally doesn't turn down food.
But if she does, she's probably going to lay. But it doesn't look like she's going to.
It doesn't look like it. She looks like she's super excited about it. When she comes, she looks like the Loch Ness Monster. Big hype, big hype, big hype. Eat from the head, eat from the head. Yeah, just eat it. Delicious. Bring it back over there. So that is my female hog doing what hogs do best, and that's eating mice from the middle. Delicious. Now we're on to my rack. This has mostly baby hog noses with the exception of 2 king snakes that are in here. So to start off, we'll do my little baby hog who left a poop in here that I didn't see. Hello. Oh, you're deep in shed.
Can you just pull her out? Oh my god.
Wonder if she'll still eat because
yeah, I wonder.
She's usually a dumpster. Eats everything, including walls. Oh, you're still gonna eat it. Yeah, you're still gonna eat it. Nice, yeah. This thing eats everything. People, plastic. Yeah. Absolute pig of a hog. Super deep in shed, but food always.
Worth it. Alright, next up.
Alright, next up is my king snake. This is Scoria. Man, you guys made a mess of your bins. I just cleaned these. Alright, she is my gray-banded king snake, and she's a little dumpster too.
Nice.
And she's grown a lot since I got her, actually.
She has. She's grown a ton.
Used to be the pinkies were too big.
Now stick. Alrighty, and time for Mr. Saguaro, who's my Arizona mountain king snake.
All right, and I have absolutely no doubt that he will eat this. So, no, wrong way, wrong way. Extra curious about the camera today.
Seriously. Goodness me.
That was exciting. You ripped its leg off, so ew.
And there he goes.
Growing like a weed.
Yeah, he is. I mean, look how fast he's eating.
He chugs food.
Yeah.
If there's one thing this guy likes, it's food.
Now we get to the experimental hogs.
Alright, so first off, I think I'm going to start with the one hog that I know is going to eat.
Nandor!
This one is already sold. This little baby is taken. Someone shall be coming to get him once he's ready to go. So we're going to try feeding this little guy. He's been a great eater right from the beginning. I say that now and he's not going to eat.
Right.
No. He's so good. Look at that. He's been a great eater right from out of the egg. He hasn't skipped a meal, so. And you can see why I have to chop them up.
What did he do?
He's like, oh no.
Roll. Alright, well, that's Nandor.
That's Nandor. I might give him another piece.
Tabitha, I know you're probably watching this. He's doing great.
You finally got to see your baby eat on camera.
Yay!
He's a good little hog. He eats. The rest of them have been oh so difficult. The little one is Orchid. She also has a home.
Oh.
As soon as she starts eating, and she's picky, picky, picky. So she's getting a salmon-scented pinky. And if she doesn't eat that, she's going to actually get some salmon. So we're gonna try.
She ate last time, right?
Nope, she has not eaten yet.
Who was the other one that ate?
That would be Sydney's hog.
Okay.
Okay, you want to try that? You know, she's a ball of sass. She acts just like my female did when she was a baby. Look, she's like, I'm gonna curl in a ball and hide. Come on, you gotta eat. Recede. Alright, so I got her to eat a piece of salmon after fighting with her for a second, and she is going to choo-choo train a mouse. Yep. She's like, I don't really like this. Take it.
Nice.
And
Beauty.
this is called...
That's how it's done.
And that is the struggle of feeding baby hog noses. 4 scenting items later.
Yeah. Like,
You better finish eating that.
Awesome. Well, that's great.
Alright.
That's her first feeding.
That's her first feeding.
Woo!
Amanda will be pleased.
Yeah.
I can get him to stop panicking for 2 seconds just to see that this is actually food. Sorry, I booped you too hard. Oh, I saw you taste it.
I'm just trying to keep my distance so I don't scare them too much.
This one's always been a little skittish. There you go.
Nice. Quick with that other piece. Oh my god.
Wow.
It's too late.
I didn't expect him to eat it that fast. My god. You just inhaled that. Were you like really hungry and you just didn't want to get started?
Alrighty, folks, that does it. That is the end of feeding all my pets. I really hope you guys enjoyed. It was a blast to film. I forgot how hard those are to film because you don't really realize how much work you do until you do it all on camera. You know, it's just kind of like oh yeah, let's throw crickets to this and throw this to that and do this to that and prepare salads and all that kind of stuff. And then you're like, all right, but now we got to record it. And then you just want to die. For those of you that don't have YouTube channels, you might not feel our pain, but for those of you who do, you feel the pain. I know you do. If you guys did enjoy this video, make sure you leave a like down below. Make sure you click subscribe for more reptile content in the new reptile room. There's a lot to share with you guys. There's going to be stuff on the strawfris, on the Fiji, on building dart frog tanks. Once again, let's go! There's going to be a lot of cool stuff coming in the very near future, so I hope you guys make sure you smash that subscribe button and click the notification bell next to it. That will give you guys a notification every time I post a video. I'm trying to hop back on the bandwagon once a week. That's the goal. Maybe twice a week at some point, but once a week for now. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys are looking for merch, there's merch down below, and all my socials and all that stuff can be found down below. Thanks for watching, you guys. Have a good one. Catch you later.